Hello, my name is Jackson Parrish, and I'm going to be explaining to my friends Mary, Logan, and Karsten a little bit about veto powers and how they can be considered a hidden power in politics, especially in Latin American politics. So I'm just going to be talking to you guys for now on. Have any of you guys ever wondered why some countries don't change their government even when people are protesting or wanting change? A big reason for that is a concept called veto players. And to kind of explain what a veto player is, it is a person or group that essentially has the power to block political change, even if citizens or politicians want new laws or reforms. Veto players can stop these changes from happening, pretty much. And veto players can include people or groups such as presidents or other people in political offices, the courts, legislatures such as Congress or maybe the Senate, or the military, or even churches in some regards. That's happened before in Latin America in the past. But to give you guys a couple examples, one example of a veto player is the military in Cuba. In Cuba, the military controls large parts of the economy and supports the government. Because the military has so much power and supports the current government, it acts as a veto player and prevents major political change from happening. Even if citizens want change, the military helps keep the current system in place. And another example that you guys might be a little bit more familiar with is in Venezuela. In Venezuela, the military has supported President Nicolas Maduro, which I'm sure you guys have heard of that guy by now, during political and economic crises. Even when there were protests and opposition leaders challenging the government and Maduro specifically, the military helped keep Maduro in power. And because the military could have removed him, but they chose not to, they acted as a veto player and blocked political change from happening. And veto players matter because they help explain why some countries stay democratic and how others become more authoritarian, like how Venezuela is. If veto players support democracy, then they can protect it. But if veto players support authoritarian leaders, they can prevent democracy and keep more leaders in power, such as Maduro. So when you look at politics in different countries, don't just look at the president or its voters. Look at who the veto players could be, because they often have the real power to decide whether or not a country changes or stays the same. That's essentially what veto players are. Mary, did you think that this was interesting?
Yes.
You did? Logan, did you think this was interesting?
Yes, I did. I had not heard about this before.
What about you, Karsten?
I would say it was pretty interesting.
Okay, cool. Do you think that you guys learned anything new?
Yeah, I had never heard of the term veto player before.
Yeah, I didn't know that in Cuba the military was a veto player.
What about you, Karsten?
I didn't know that churches could actually be in charge of political power because I'm used to the separation of said and
Yeah.
government.
Yeah, for sure. Like, especially like when Latin America was becoming more colonized, that was much more prominent back then. And just overall, do you think that veto players are important?
Yeah. They obviously have a huge impact on like how things change or don't change, which affects literally everyone in that country.
Yes, absolutely, because they can prevent democracy from emerging.
And I'd say yes because they kind of act as their own form of checks and balances.
For sure, yeah. And just kind of just like as an overall, would you say that this presentation I gave made sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it.